It's Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. Thanks for joining me today. I will start by saying it feels like something is getting very, very close to happening. We saw major volatility in the markets today. We're watching this volatility, this political volatility taking place here in the United States. But what is happening in the markets? Dow Jones today down 504, S&P down 128, NASDAQ down 655 points. The Russell was down 47. Alphabet fell 5%, its biggest one-day drop since January 31st. Tesla had its worst day since 2020, dropping down over 12%. These two stocks right here really contributed to what happened today. And you look at these 7 tech stocks and how much influence they have on the entire stock market is completely overwhelming. But when you watch what just took place today, it is another reminder of how quickly things can happen, and they're going to happen at some point. And at some point, it's going to be much, much worse, and they're not going to be able to stop the bleeding. But again, today, a wake-up call. Now, what happens tomorrow? This just came out about a half hour before the filming of this video. Ford shares tumble 11% after massive earnings miss. This came after hours. They're blaming it on warranty costs, but whatever it is to be blamed on, it is getting more difficult to sell cars and to maintain these cars because we've had so many issues. Every car maker has had so many recalls, and Ford is blaming it on saying that I think they spent about $800 million on repairs, warranty repairs. But whatever it might be, you're witnessing the dealerships, the car dealers, filling up with cars, the inventory. They're parking cars across the street. They're parking cars in dirt fields. They're parking cars in indoor garages. They don't know where to put all the cars at this point. You drive by the car lots, they're filling up. They don't know what they're going to do with all these cars. But Ford shares tumble 11% after massive earnings miss. Will this have any influence tomorrow in the stock market? The very manipulated stock market. We could see everything bounce right back tomorrow, but I'm getting a very, very weird feeling that something is going on behind the scenes. We're seeing a lot more volatility. Again, what we're watching take place politically in this country is absolutely unbelievable in my opinion, but this is really extreme volatility again on Wall Street, and we all know that the economy is in shambles. Here's another one today from CNBC. Mortgage demand drops as homebuyers wait for lower rates. Mortgage applications dropped 4% last week compared to the prior week. Mortgage applications are down 15% year over year. You are watching a housing collapse take place right before your very eyes. It doesn't matter what your real estate agent says. At the end of the day, when you're looking at mortgage apps dropping 4% in a week, down 15% year over year, and you're looking at more and more inventory piling up and more homes sitting on the market, we're looking at sales absolutely collapsing. It is a reminder that you are witnessing a serious housing crisis taking place right now. This one's from Redfin. Cold feet. Buyers backed out of deals at record rate in June as home prices hit all-time high. This is from Redfin. Active listings posted the biggest annual gain on record. Here come the listings. Now, where are the buyers? Check this out. This is really unbelievable here. About 56,000 home purchases in June were canceled. That's 15% of homes that went under contract. Think about that. So that's 15 out of every 100 canceled, backed out. Buyers are getting very, very skittish. And as we begin to see more volatility in the stock market, they're going to get more skittish. As we begin to see more people laid off, lose their jobs, they're going to get even more skittish. Big trouble coming, ladies and gentlemen. Big trouble is coming for the stock market. It's coming for the housing market. It has already begun. 20% of homes last month had a price cut, the highest June share on record. Many sellers are dropping prices because listings are piling up. Days on market are extending. This, according to Redfin, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're looking to sell your home, I think it's time to get very aggressive and price it to sell. Be the next house on the block to sell. Too many people, too many sellers are going to continue to chase this market down, and they're costing themselves a lot of money. The hedge today: U.S. new home sales unexpectedly tumbled as June homebuyer confidence crashes to record low. Existing home sales, we talked about yesterday, have absolutely dumped. New home sales are down 0.6% month over month. 3.4% was expected. And yet we're down 0.6%, 3.4% expected. We saw a major downward revision in May. This is an incredible data point right here. A revision in May from 11.3% month over month to 14.9% downward month over month. New home sales are down 7.4% year over year. Who in the world is telling you and I that the housing market's doing well, that everything's fine, that it's a healthy housing market? You are watching a housing crash right now. Who cares about all-time high prices? It doesn't matter. Things are not selling. People are backing out of escrows. They're backing out of agreements. Listings are piling up. Homes are staying on the market longer and longer. There's fewer people that can afford to buy these homes. Something is going to have to give. Here's one from Fox Business. Home goods retailer Conn's files for bankruptcy to close over 70 stores across 13 states. Conn's is a home goods and furniture retailer. They filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy yesterday. This is another sad state of affairs. Think about 70 stores closing. This is going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people losing their jobs. More vacant real estate. The tax base in these towns will be affected by a retailer like this. But the sad thing is, a lot of people are about to lose their jobs. And these are people that own homes, that have mortgage payments, that have rent, that have car payments. 70 stores to close across 13 states. Really, really sad. My heart goes out to people. Many of these people probably worked for many, many years for this retailer. And you wake up one day and it's over. And now you've got to think, how are you going to survive? Do you have a cash reserve? You know, Enrique was on the show a couple weeks ago. He says, you buy a house, you should have 18 months of payments put away, 18 months of cash reserve. How many people could even go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? Not many, because 78% of this country is paycheck to paycheck. Think about the chaos people are in now when they wake up and find out that the place they worked at for 5, 10, 15 years, it's over. Here's another one. Big Lots set to close dozens of stores. They're going to close an additional 89 stores in 27 states. President and CEO Bruce Thorn said this: we missed our sales goals due largely to a continued pullback in consumer spending. Weren't we told for months and months, years, that the consumer is well, the consumer has never been better, the consumer is strong, the economy is robust, nothing to worry about, just keep going out there and spending, order more stuff on Amazon, go to Vegas, take a trip, go out to dinner, buy a house, just continue to buy stuff. You're fine, the consumer's fine. We are now finding out that the consumer is not fine. The consumer is being destroyed. The economy is not resilient. The economy is in shambles. And watching what happened on Wall Street today, how quickly this thing can turn around, it is a huge wake-up call to everybody that you better be ready for something, because I don't know when it's going to happen. It could be a year from now, could be 2 years from now, could be 2 weeks from now. I have no idea. But they are going to lose control of everything. You cannot have an economy in disarray, in shambles like the one we're in right now. You cannot be racking up this much debt. You could not have printed this many trillions of dollars and not suffer consequences. And those consequences are coming. They're beginning. You're seeing the cracks in the dam. This has been going on for years. We are way overdue for a massive collapse. Look, the tree must shake out the dead branches. This thing has gone on way too far, and they're going to continue to try to pump this thing up. You better be very, very careful. If you're playing in this game of Wall Street, be extremely careful, because we're going to wake up one day and America is going to look a lot different. And people who thought they were wealthy because they checked their brokerage account on a computer, they're going to wake up one day and find out how quickly their wealth was wiped out. Be very, very careful. The hedge. Shares of major French fry supplier crash as restaurant traffic slowdown worsens. I mean, where is the good news? If you have the good news, please comment down below on the good news. I didn't see too much good news today. Lamb Weston. This is one of the major French fry suppliers in America. They supply McDonald's, deriving 13% of their revenue just from the fast food giant McDonald's. Their U.S. volume is down 7%. Their international volume down 9%. These are huge numbers. And what does this tell us? People are going out to these establishments, they're eating less. They're not ordering as many hamburgers and French fries. And so we're now beginning to see some real signs here that the economy is in very, very bad shape. New car incentives soar 53% amid rising inventories and lackluster demand hint at downturn. Again, you've driven by the car lots. What do you see? You see a lot of cars. You look at the SUVs, the pickup trucks, piles of them. I remember last summer when we were in Texas, we were already seeing car lots with hundreds of pickup trucks. I've never seen car lots that big as the ones I saw in Texas. And last summer, they were already piling up. And now here today, I can't even imagine those car lots in Texas, how many vehicles are on them, because I can tell you right now, the ones out here are piling up. The RV lots out here, piling up. You need a pickup truck, you'll have no problem finding a pickup truck, but their prices are gonna have to come down much, much more. For me personally, I'm not buying anything big ticket. I'm not buying a house right now. I'm not buying a truck right now. I'm not buying a car. I'm not buying nothing unless I get it where I believe it is a good deal. Looking at homes right now, I would not offer on a home right now. If I were to buy a home right now, if I found something I really loved, I would probably have to go in and offer 30% less. And if they don't, if they don't accept that, then, we're just going to sit and wait it out. But there's no way I'm paying these overvalued prices on a pickup truck, a car, a house. Not going to happen. Look, I could be totally wrong. But judging from what we saw today, judging from the data that I'm going over with right now, do you believe the economy is getting better or worse? And if you believe it's getting worse, do you believe that there may be more sales, more opportunities, more discounts out there when, when the lots are piled up with cars and trucks and SUVs and the MLS, the multiple listing service, is piled up with houses? Do you think at some point somebody needs to sell a house, they need to raise capital, they need money, they need to move? Of course. I think we're on track now where we're beginning to see things begin to form that we have been expecting for a while. But I do believe that we've got a long way to go down as far as many of these assets, the stock market, cars, houses. There was an article on CNBC yesterday saying that, it's a buyer's market now. You think this is a buyer's market? If you think this is a buyer's market, you didn't go through 2008. We're way, way far away from a buyer's market. The buyer's market is coming, and you're going to have a buyer's market or buy the dip market coming too. They always tell you buy the dip, stocks are down today. This is not even a dip. This is nothing compared to what you're going to see. The real dips are coming, and they're going to be absolutely violent. Here's another one today. This one kind of hits home. Sid sent this to me a little while ago, and I had to bring it up because I drive by this company every day. It's a company called Renova Energy. It's a solar company. Largest Coachella Valley solar company shuts down temporarily amid financial struggles. Now, about a year ago, roughly, maybe it was a year and a half, they bought an enormous building in Palm Desert off of Cook Street. And they remodeled this building. Looked like they added a lot of vehicles. They have a ton of vehicles. Again, largest Coachella Valley solar company. Invested a lot of money in this company. I didn't, but I'm just saying that the company had invested a lot into their company. They have a partner that I'm sure invested a lot of money into it. And I drive by this place literally every day. Hundreds of workers now laid off for 2 to 3 weeks. Now, that 2 to 3 weeks, it's no guarantee. It could be much longer. It could be forever. We don't know. Their partial investor called SunPower Corporation has defaulted. This could lead to big trouble for Renova if they cannot find another partner. CEO Vincent Battaglia said, I used about $500,000 of my own money to make payroll last week. He has now asked everyone to take a temporary layoff. Now, I hope that they can get this fixed and resolved, and I pray to God that these people, hundreds of people, this is going to affect California and Arizona. They bought this enormous building. They employ a lot of people right out here, a lot of people out here in the desert. And look, I pray that they get this resolved, because if they don't, hundreds of people right here in the valley, 5 minutes before I'm making this video, are going to be in very, very big trouble. Mr. Battaglia shelling out $500,000 of his own money to make payroll last week. Wow, that's incredible. And now asking everybody to take a temporary layoff. So hopefully they work it out. If they don't, it's another empty building. It's hundreds of people without a job. And it's a huge, huge loss. And it's really, really sad to see how fast this could happen, because, a year ago, you're looking at this massive building they bought, remodeled it, adding all these vehicles. I watched the commercials on TV. Everything seemed fine. Everything, every place you go, you see the vehicles, you see the commercials, you see this big building. Everything looks fine, but it's a reminder that just because everything you see from the outside looks good doesn't mean that underneath, inside, that everything is good, because apparently it wasn't. And now they're in very, very big trouble. And this could be much worse than they're even saying. They're saying 2 to 3 weeks. I hope and pray that they get it resolved and these people get back to work and don't lose their jobs. But as you know, this is the real world. A lot of times people say this stuff, 2 to 3 weeks, then it's 2 to 3 months, and before you know it, it's over. So how long will these people hang on? I'm sure they'll get unemployment for a while, but is unemployment, $400 or $500 a week going to pay their bills? What are they going to do? What do these workers do now if they don't have a reserve put away? They're going to rely on, $2,000 a month in unemployment to pay their bills? That's not even going to pay your rent out here in the desert. That's not even going to pay your rent. So this one hits a little bit close to home. Renova Energy. Really, really sad to see this company, because I've watched them grow over the years. And look, I don't have solar. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, maybe you like it, you don't. I don't really know enough about it. But at the end of the day, wow, there's a lot of people that could lose their jobs here and be in very, very big financial trouble. So again, another reminder, all this stuff should remind you, as I reinforce all this with you, that you better be prepared for something. These people just found out that they're going to be out of work for a few weeks, and it could be much longer than that. You look at what's happening in the stock market right now. You look at these retailers closing down. It's just one thing after another. And, if you're working in real estate, you're feeling the pain. You are feeling the pain. Now, if I talk to a realtor, they're going to tell me that they're doing great. They've never seen business better. They're processing loans. They're selling houses. They're listing houses. Life is wonderful. It's never been better. We all know that's a lie. We all know that's a lie. This is now looking very similar to 2008 as far as sales. We're going to sell about the same amount of homes this year as we did in 2008 during the crisis. And we're officially not even in a crisis yet. What's going to happen when everything busts loose? So a few things to think about today, ladies and gentlemen. Please comment down below, like this video. I hope you subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel. It costs absolutely nothing. Hit the subscription down below. and hit that bell notification, and you'll be alerted when the newest videos drop. A lot is happening, and a lot more is going to happen. Do you feel like things are beginning to accelerate a little bit, not just here, but around the world? I mean, take a look at what is going on. You know, these people that just said, "Wow, man, nothing's going to happen. This is negative. It's doom and gloom. You shouldn't talk about this stuff." This is just life, and this is all mainstream. This is CNBC. I mean, most of this is all from CNBC, ladies and gentlemen. Got a little Fox Business here, got some hedge here, but most of this is all CNBC. Redfin, how about that? Redfin. This is all real life, and you got to be paying attention to it right now. You need to be paying attention to what is happening right now, because if you're not, this is going to affect you in a very negative way if you're not prepared. So I'm going to leave it there today. God bless every one of you. I really do appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe everything bounces back, but this is getting wild, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. It's about to get crazy.